Welcome to KV's Plants and Orchids. You are seeing the Monstera deliciosa plant. It gets its name Monstera from the Latin word means strange because of its abnormal leaves. This is the most recent leaf, so that is light yellow in color, and this is a 2-year-old plant. It's a slow grower, so it is a very famous plant, you could say, well sought plant. You can plant them in terracotta pots if you have, because it for the breathing of the roots it's far more better, and the potting medium should be well drained soil, because it doesn't look like to be in soggy soil, and it can lead to root rot and drooping leaves also. The leaves are very huge, glossy, so it is also known as Swiss cheese plants. Actually, they grow in tropical forest where the environment is very warm and humid, and they will be growing attached to big trees, so they will to when in rainforest and all, there will be a lot of rain, so if it has a big leaf without holes in it, it can make holes in the leaves and it won't be good for it. So it made its own variation of making the leaves with perforations. Only the old leaves will have perforation, and when there is enough sunlight there will be perforation. Otherwise, see this leaf, it looks like a pothos leaves. So after 2 years it started giving more and more perforation. The last leaf is the perfect leaf, which looks like a real Monstera leaf. And propagation is, you can use seeds of the plant which belongs to the family of a flowering plant family. It belongs to Arum family, Araceae, but getting the seed is very difficult. Only very rarely, when it matures and when it grows a lot, only it produces seeds. So you can always cut a stem with a node, and then you can keep it in water or in potting soil. You can grow them. See, all the nodes will develop aerial roots which helps the plant to hang to the tree which is growing, or in this case, since it is grown on the pot, it has gone down only. But for making it bushy, you can always cut it and then small offshoots appear, that will make it more bushy. Here in this plant I saw some small side growth. See here, small one is appearing, and it sometimes it appears like this also. Otherwise, you can cut the stem with a node, just like our pothos. When you cut a stem with a node, it produces roots. So that roots, then after some time you can grow them in the proper pot with the potting soil in it. And this need support for it. Here I made a DIY moss stick for it. If it is growing nearby a tree or something, it will attach to it and grow. And most important thing about when it grows this is it likes indirect sunlight. In its native environment, the plant grows beneath the canopy of large trees. So, when the sunlight is very low, it won't develop this perforation. So, to have this perforation, it needs good indirect sunlight. And it needs, when you see that it is not developing perforation, it is because there is not enough sunlight or not enough water. And if there is not much sunlight, the plant can become leggy also. It will take too much of, here see here one between two leaves there is not much space, but if there is not much sunlight for it, it might develop, it will become too leggy and it may not look good. Fertilization is in the spring season, is the growing season. Winter season it is little bit dormant. Actually this is the first leaf in the after the winter. So you can fertilize, it is not a heavy feeder, so you can fertilize it with some liquid fertilizer or vermicompost, that is okay for it. Pest attack only when it comes some moth or something which tries to eat the leaves, then the problem comes. Otherwise there is not much pest attack. This is poisonous to pets and children because of the oxalic acid which is present in the oxalic crystals, calcium oxalates especially present in the leaves, so we have to be very careful. And it grows nicely in indoor because it likes humidity, or if your house indoor climate is very humid and it gets indirect sunlight, then you can keep growing them in the indoor also. When you grow indoor, in the daytime it produces oxygen, of course in the night it won't produce oxygen. Some plant like snake plant can produce oxygen throughout the night and day, but as an air purifier you can grow them inside in a corner or where you can grow them. It looks beautiful. It's a very beautiful plant. It has become very famous nowadays. It is very difficult to get this plant also. This I bought from Delhi actually 2.5 years back. So when I brought, it was too small, not with variegation and all. I was not sure whether it will be a monstera. After 2.5 years only it is showing the real variegation. When I gave it all the proper conditions it needed to grow. Hope you like the video about Monstera deliciosa. If you like the video, press the like button, and if you are a first time viewer, consider subscribing. The plant looks like this. Okay, total plant, whole plant looks like this. Anyway, thank you for watching.